Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure that notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Today I have such an exciting video because I am doing my first ever Rude Cosmetics review. So my good friend Beth, or Morsafe here on YouTube, she showed this palette in her what I got for Christmas video, and as soon as I saw it, as a Legally Blonde fan myself, I had to purchase it. So of course I'm talking about the Legally Nude palette. Now I didn't even know this was a thing until I saw Beth's video. As soon as I saw it and as soon as I saw what the inside looks like, I went straight on the Superdrug website and I ordered it. There is a discount on it at the moment, or there was when I purchased it. I will of course link it down below if you're interested in buying it. But I'm super buzzing about this palette. The packaging, everything is just amazing. If you've seen Legally Blonde, you'll kind of understand why I fangirled over this. Like, I absolutely love those films. So I'm super excited to try this. I believe this retails for £24.99. And just to let you know, this palette is vegan and cruelty free, so if any of you out there only purchase makeup that is, then you can definitely purchase this. So I think we should just get started. I'm so excited. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's a bit hard to show you because it's obviously long ways and not sideways. It just has a picture of a woman dressed in pink, typical Elle Woods, with a lead that obviously would be a dog, but it has the Rude logo, and oh my god, it's just brilliant. I love this packaging. They've thought about it so much. Even just the little details about the reviews at the top of the palette, about all the makeup studio production, everything is just so well thought out. I love it. So it comes in a little sleeve, and the packaging on the actual palette is exactly the same. And then this is what the palette looks like. So I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Elle Woods would be a bit disappointed there's not a bright Barbie pink in here, because obviously that is her signature colour. So I was a bit disappointed about that. I feel like there's a few repetitive shades in here. Like, there's a few really light nudes in here that they probably could have changed up a little bit. Some of the shimmers look the same, but for the vast majority of it, if I put it on its side, here we go. For the vast majority of it, it is a beautiful like nude palette, but it has pops of like purples and pinks and oranges in here. So if this is your type of colour story, you're absolutely going to love this palette. I also love this side of the palette as well. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It's got writing on here that says cast, Dana, John, Bianca. I feel like these are the people that own Rude Cosmetics. I could so be wrong. It could be made up names for all I know. But they've just gone into so much detail. I absolutely love it. So yeah, this is what the palette looks like. Definitely not exactly what I was expecting, but I do like the colours in here. I'm not going to lie. I do think they are really pretty. I just feel like they could have made a couple of changes based on first impressions. But let's just get straight into it. So I'm going to firstly do the swatches, so let's get into it. So these are the first two like long columns. The colour story is certainly stunning. Like, I will give it that. I absolutely love the colours in here. I just feel like there needs to be more pinks. The swatches are really, really good. The mattes feel really nice and soft and pigmented, and all the shimmers are really creamy, so I'm very impressed. And these are the last two columns, and we're starting to get obviously a bit more pinky, but I don't know, I just feel like a hot pink is missing in this palette. I feel like I'm definitely going to do a purpley look today because these purples are absolutely stunning. Again, very impressed with the swatches. As I said, I'm going to do a purpley look today. I feel like the tones in here are so stunning. Like, I feel like the colour of the packaging is putting you off of seeing the actual colours, but there is some beautiful purples in here and I have to try it. I think I'm going to start off with this shade here, which is called Self-Worth. And I'm taking that on a Morphe & Jaclyn Hill JH33 brush. It's a little bit of kickback in the pan, but nothing too drastic. And I'm going to place this in my crease. That shade is so pigmented and beautiful. I absolutely love it. So now I'm going to take Ambition, which is this shade down here. I feel like it's a very muted pinky nude shade. So I'm just taking a small amount, not too much, because obviously I'm using this to blend it out. Tap it off, there's not really loads on there, and I'm just taking this on my Morphe M441 brush. Okay, I can come back to that later, just because, I don't know, some of the lines are looking a bit harsh. I'm now going to take Sassy, which is this bright purple in the palette, and I'm just going to put that on my outer corner because I want to do a half cut crease. That has a lot of fallout. And I'm just going to place this on my outer edge. I'm just going to grab a clean blending brush, and I'm just going to buff out these edges a little bit because I just feel like it's not looking how I want it to look. So again, this blend is something we can come back to a little bit later once I've got my crease on. So I'm now going to apply my half cut crease. I'm just going to take my Revolution Ultimate Eye Base and my Real Techniques brush. Please focus. Here we go. What is this called again? Accent brush. If you've got small eyelids like me and really struggle with cut creases, I highly recommend this brush for cut creases because it is tiny. So I'm going to go ahead and do my half cut crease off of camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so these are my half cut creases. I don't think I've done too bad today actually. They don't look too uneven. Usually they're a lot worse than this. So now I need to pick a shimmer, and I'm not going to lie, I know exactly which one I'm going to choose. I'm not going to pick the lightest one. I'm actually going to pick Emerald here because it has like a pinky reflex, and I feel like it would go really nice with this look. So I'm going to take this shade here. Look how much that has picked up on the brush. That is insane. So hopefully that means it will be pigmented. So this is the shade Emerald, and oh my god, it is stunning. The formula is incredible. It's so soft and pigmented. It's really nice and buildable, so you can make it more blinding. You don't have to wet them. It is an amazing metallic-y formula. I'm very impressed. So now I just need a shade to blend out into my outer corner. And I think I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Strength. Oh, by the way, this brush I was using, this is the Aurora brush that was in the Essence and Disney collection. It's a really good brush for applying shimmer onto the lid, so I thought I'd use it. So I'm just going to flip that round the other way. Get some pigment on there and then blend it out. And I'm just going back in with the brush I used for my outer corner, which, by the way, I don't think I mentioned, was the Morphe M506. This brush is an absolute staple. You need this in your collection. And I'm just going to use that to buff that out. And just to let you know, I don't know if you can quite see that, but I've actually got a little bit of fallout here, so I'm just going to wipe that away. So for my eyelash line, I'm going to stick to the purple theme, and I'm going to go in with this dark purple here, which is called Nutrix. Okay, so that was nice and pigmented, and for my inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Perky. I think that's the lightest shade. The shade Fabulous has a pink reflect. If I just compare those two, it's focusing on my face. If I just compare those two, I feel like Perky, I mean they're both pretty dark to be honest, but I feel like Perky's probably gonna work the best. Okay, so that's the shade on. It definitely does look nice and reflective like on camera because of the lights, but the shade is a little bit too dark for like a fair skin tone in a corner and brow bone highlight. I do wish there was like a slightly more lighter shade to put in my inner corner and brow bone, but I mean, we can't have it all, can we? Again, I'm noticing there is a little bit of fallout, so just a bit of a warning if you're going to use this palette. If you don't want to ruin your base makeup, definitely do your eyes first. So that is my eye look complete. I'm now going to hop off camera. I'm just going to put some lashes and mascara on, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Right guys, so I'm back and this is my completed look. So for my lashes, I used my favourite pair by Lit Lash. These are the Baby Doll lashes. I do have a discount code with Lit Lash. It is down below in the description if you are wondering. My mascara, I whipped out a good one. Collection Lash Surge. I feel like I haven't used this in ages because I have so many mascaras and this one was like shoved at the bottom of my drawer. But I used this today. It's such a good drugstore mascara if you're looking for one that's really not that expensive. This is literally like a £5, so definitely recommend this. My lips, I've had it on the whole time, but if you're wondering what it is, I believe I have Morphe Bite Me lip liner on and then Huda Beauty Girls Trip lipstick. Love the combo. I feel like it's transformed it and just made it like my perfect lip combo. I feel like I may have found my new favourite combo. It is so stunning. I absolutely love the shade. So those are the other products I've got on my face. In terms of the eyeshadow palette, let's finally sit down and talk about my thoughts and opinions. So I have never tried Rude Cosmetics before. I forgot to mention that earlier. It is a brand that I've definitely heard of. I do actually have one of their palettes. I have the Roaring 20s palette. I got that in a P. Louise beauty box earlier on last year, but I haven't used it. Typical me. So this is the first Rude Cosmetics palette I've ever tried, and I must admit, I'm very impressed with the formula. The matte shades are really nice and pigmented. They're really nice and smooth. They blend out really nicely on your eyes. The shimmer, I nearly hit myself with it then. The shimmers in this palette, incredible formula. They're like my favourite like foily type of formula where they just look really nice and wet looking and metallic. Oh, I love them. I think they're so good in this palette. So the quality in this palette is incredible, and I do think it's definitely worth looking into if you're looking for a new brand to buy makeup from. I think they are starting to get more bigger and bigger as the years go on. They're definitely a indie brand. I'm happy that they're now available in Superdrugs because it makes it a little bit more easy accessible for us. This palette I'm so impressed with. I would probably change a couple of the shades. I would love to add in like a bright inner corner highlight and a brow bone shade, and I feel like we need a couple of pinks in here. We need a couple of signature Legally Blonde pinks in here, I believe. I know it's the Legally Nude palette, but you can't do a Legally Blonde thing palette with not putting pink in there, do you know what I mean? But apart from that, fairly impressed with the shades. I like the colour story in here. It's definitely got some warmth in there, but you've definitely got these like grey tones kind of shades, and it's just absolutely stunning. This is £25. I think it's down to £19 at the moment in Superdrug. So it was definitely worth picking up at the moment if you can get it on sale. If not, it's definitely worth picking up anyway. £25 is not that expensive. You do get quite a lot of shades in here. How many do you get in here? So you get 24 shades in here for £25. I don't think that's bad at all, considering this is like an indie brand. And I really like this palette. I highly recommend it. If you like these sort of colours, I can confirm that the quality is amazing. So you are definitely going to enjoy this palette. Please let me know down below if you've heard of this palette before, because I never did before I saw Beth's video. I literally, as soon as I finished watching her video, I went on Superdrug and bought it, like literally like that. Overall, super impressed. I love everything about it. I love the packaging. It's not too big. It's really nice and slim to fit in your makeup drawers. The colour story is absolutely beautiful, despite me thinking there could be a couple of changes. There is no mirror in here though. That's another downfall. And there was a little bit of fallout, but apart from that, very impressed with this palette and I highly recommend it. So please let me know down below your thoughts and opinions. So that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below and I will see you in my next video. Bye!